This was the most dangerous arresting hook test ever. The test pilot pushed the aircraft to its maximum speed and headed straight toward the arresting cable. When the tail hook was released and caught the cable, the plane's vertical load overloaded instantly. The pilot's body jerked forward violently, causing a brief blackout. The cable snapped on both ends, and the recoil struck the pilot again. The plane rushed toward the sea, and the external tension made the pilot's eyes fill with blood, leaving him temporarily blind. Relying only on his willpower, he released the throttle and managed to stop the aircraft. The accident left him with 3 damaged vertebrae, and the crew rushed him to the hospital. The cause turned out to be a crack at the welding joint. Thankfully, the arresting lock itself was not at fault. When the new arresting lock was built, everyone volunteered to test it, even though the risk was still high. Soon, the new device was ready, as required by the experiment. The aircraft took off at top speed. Everyone watched anxiously. When the plane crossed the arresting line, the tail was caught perfectly. The tension pulled the aircraft forward sharply, but in the end, the plane stopped safely, and the pilot was unharmed. Encouraged by the success, the chief commander proposed 2 follow-up experiments. First, to land off the center line of the deck and hook the cable at an angle, and second, to approach with the plane's nose pointed diagonally toward the arresting wire. Once preparations were complete, the third test pilot began the off-center line test. Under everyone's watch, the plane accelerated down the runway. Right before hitting the cable, the pilot shifted slightly off-center. At the moment the hook caught the wire, the aircraft was pulled violently to the side. He stabilized the rudder to keep the nose straight and aligned the plane with the runway as the cable stretched to its limit. With precise control, he completed the test flawlessly. Following his example, the other pilots repeated the same test, and thanks to his experience, each one performed excellently. A few days later, they began the second test, landing with the nose off the center line. By then, the squadron leader's eyesight had fully recovered, and due to his experience, he was chosen to fly. When the plane reached maximum speed and received the launch command, it shot forward. After releasing the tail hook, he intentionally turned the nose away from the center line and successfully caught the cable. The external force this time was much stronger. The test field lay right before a mountain slope. Any error would send the aircraft crashing into the mountain. The pilot quickly reduced throttle and adjusted the rudder, finally stabilizing the plane. After these successful trials, the arresting cable passed all quality tests and was cleared for installation on the aircraft carrier.